Okay, so I'm going to use the Hermetic deck for this one, which is a new one I just got. I've used it a couple times, and it definitely has a quite, like, intense kind of energy, and intense in the sense of, like, disciplined, kind of like, my brain wants to say strong Saturn kind of energy, which is very Capricorn man to me. So, full moon in Capricorn tomorrow, which I feel is more of a feminine Capricorn energy, but nonetheless, let's do the reading. Please choose to these cards. What do these people need to know? Four of Cups, Death, that's Judgment. Okay, so this is the tarot reading for today, which is Tuesday, but also it's for tomorrow, which is kind of like this full moon in Capricorn energy. I've already pulled the cards. I'll show them to you in a sec, but basically the energy is very much like there's this ongoing sense of transformation and change and building something and momentum, but there's definitely been, through all of that process, a lot of crumbling, a lot of tower moments where like things didn't go exactly to plan, and it's kind of like feels defeating. It's like you had an idea of what was going to happen and you're pushing forward and you're trying and you're putting the effort in and it's working, but it's working out slower, or there's like things that are crumbling, and in the end those things that are crumbling are happening for a very specific reason, because when you get to the top finally, you're gonna have structure, you're gonna have a solid ground, you're gonna get there knowing that you persevered and you pushed past all of the difficult things. And there's definitely this energy of being like almost at the finish line, and it's an exhausting energy, because it's like you're almost at the finish line, but it also hasn't been easy, and you can't see the finish line yet. You know it's there, and you know that like you're achieving things, but there's a sense of like still waiting for the finale. Basically, it's almost like you've done a whole battle, but now you're like at the you're approaching the room for the like the boss battle, and you're just like, oh man, I don't know if I could do this, like I got my ass kicked back there. But you totally can, you absolutely can. And not only that you can, is like once you push past that like mental block of like, I don't know if I can keep going, and if you can't keep going, absolutely rest. Just save your fucking sorry, I keep swearing. Save your screen, save your game, go back to it later. That's okay, but go back to it later, because you absolutely are going to kill that boss. You absolutely are going to achieve that thing. And you're going to be recognized for it. It's not just going to be a simple win. It's going to be a big win for you. And that's really exciting. Also to note, there's this Queen of Wands energy, which is kind of like a delegating energy almost. Like, instead of you getting into everything and getting your hands in it, it's much more strategic. Kind of like this Capricorn energy where it's studious and it knows what it wants and it goes for it and it's disciplined. And in that sense, you can ask for help with others. Like, you can delegate tasks, or you know, share resources. And you can do that from a point of view of like, I know what I'm doing, and these people are going to help me achieve my dream because they want to. Because people are here to help each other, and everyone's on different journeys and different paths. And those people that help you will be there to celebrate with you in the end, one way or another. All right, I'm going to pull a couple more cards for finishing a statement. Ow, got my back. Ooh, wow, okay, so on the bottom of the deck on 2 different decks was Judgment, which is just like, it reinforces this idea that there really is a calling for you to do what you're doing right now. It's not just a simple task, a simple hobby. I mean, it may be, but it's something deeper than that. And there really is a calling for you to follow that. Any other messages? Get some advice moving forward after this moon. Give me some advice moving forward after this moon. Okay. I have a feeling that there's a lot going on right now. Like, so much. So much change, so much growth, so much transformation. There's almost this putting down of challenging and challenging people, challenging yourself, putting down of battles, because you know there's something on the horizon for you, and staying here and battling with people isn't going to get you to that horizon. There's definitely a sense of like a weird balance of feeling lack, feeling like you don't have enough, but also being really grateful for how much you do have. And I think that's a great energy, honestly, because that energy really helps you get through things. Because sometimes you can get too stuck on one side or the other, right? Thinking that you have everything and you don't need to do anything, or thinking like, I have nothing and there's nothing I can do to change that. But flipping back and forth is actually kind of a good balance, or it's a start to having a good balance. And it also indicates that you are going through a transformation, because there may have been a point where you were kind of feeling like you were on the outside, or that things weren't really going in your favor, but you've been putting the work in to make it get there. It feels like a lot of people feel like they're doing it alone, but there's definitely support around you. Yeah. I'll show you the cards.